welcome back to Horror Talks with Tate. I'm Tate, your host. It's a pleasure to return to your head. In this podcast, join us as we dive deep into the characters, themes, director cuts, and more. Just like last episode, and for all episodes, we will have our three sections: spooky summaries, discreet directors, and insane insiders. Tonight, we uncover the never-ending cycles of the Ghostface killer. Welcome to part 2 of the Scream franchise, diving into Scream 4, 5, and 6. This episode does contain some spoilers for the entire Scream franchise, so if you haven't seen them, this is your warning. Go and watch the epic films and come back. We'll be back waiting for you. Kicking off this episode with spooky summaries. Our journey begins in 2011, where in the 15th anniversary week of the original massacre in Woodsboro, Sydney returns to the town after 10 years, and Ghostface returns to attack the high school students from Woodsboro High School. After the attack, Ghostface revealed himself and attacked Sydney in the hospital. Gail and Judy Hicks saved Sydney and killed Ghostface. On the 25th anniversary of the original massacre in Woodsboro, Ghostface returns again and targets a group of teenagers who are linked to the original killing. During the attack, Samantha Carpenter discovered that she is Billy Loomis's daughter. They went to the same house where Billy Loomis and Stu Macho were killed, and Ghostface attacks the house and was later revealed. Sydney and Gail arrived at the house and helped Sam and Tara kill Ghostface. 1 year later, after the Woodsboro killings, and the survivors moved to New York City, but was attacked by Ghostface again. Gail told them that Sydney had moved somewhere safe to protect her family, and that she needs to have a happy ending. After the encounter, Ghostface attacked Sam and Tara and then revealed himself. Sam and Tara started fighting Ghostface, and they defeated him. Is anyone else thinking this Ghostface killer needs some friends? Surely the directors can help him out. Our discreet directors wanted to make a statement with the extensions of the franchise. Scream 4, directed by Wes Craven and written by Kevin Williamson, hosts a stellar cast featuring Neve Campbell, Courtney Cox, and David Arquette. The movie is announced in July 2008 and began development with budget of $40 million. Filming began on the 28th of June 2010 and was wrapped on the 24th of September 2010, being released in mid-April of 2011 and pulling into a worldwide box office profit of $97.2 million. Scream 4 collected an IMDb score of 6.2 out of 10 and Rotten Tomatoes score of 60%. Not as successful as the first three installments, but impressive all the same. Scream 4 was filmed in and around Arbor, Michigan, with some scenes filmed in the original Scream High School at Woodworth Middle School in Dearborn, Michigan. After the heartbreak of 2015 of Wes Craven passing away, the Scream fan base were left empty and wondering if another film was coming their way. Finally, in 2020, Scream 5 is developing and underway. I'm sure the Ghostface lovers were happy to hear the news. But with Craven no longer with us, Matt Bettinelli-Olpin and Tyler Gilton picked up a baton, determined to bring Craven's art justice. Written by James Vanderbilt and Guy Buskett. Filming was planned to begin in May of 2020, but was promptly cancelled due to the COVID-19 outbreak, with no set return to set date in place. Finally, in September 2020, filming was rescheduled and commenced on the 30th of that month and wrapped on the 7th of November 2020. With filming locations limit, we only saw a few scene changes. The filming location was in Wilmington, California, in the Williamson's Middle School, we see our usual core cast of Campbell, Cox, and a quilt. And we're joined with fresh blood with Melissa Berea and Jenna Ortega entering this Ghostface chat. The newest additions helped to break up the norm of what we know Scream to be, with the director and writings team creating a new modern version of our Ghostface killer. Bettinelli and Gilton's success with the return of the Scream franchise was proven at its release of January 2022 with a box office of $138.9 million, an MIDB score of 6.3 out of 10, and Rotten Tomato score of 76%. The comeback team of Scream returns in February 2022, ready for more Ghostface, with Scream 6 now underway. Directed by Bettinelli and Gilton, and written by Vanderbilt and Busick once more. Scream 6 began filming on the 9th of June 2022 and wrapping in late August 2022. The film was set to release in cinemas late March, early April. However, with a heightened anticipation from fans, the release was brought forward to March 10th, 2023, and had got a box office of $169.1 million. Impressively, the comeback of Scream ranked of 6.5 out of 10, with a Rotten Tomatoes scoring 76%. The filming location of the movie was Montreal and Quebec, Canada, steering away from their typical high school setting. Now, let's talk about my final segment, which is Insane Insiders. They link together because they have the same villain, but different people in costumes, of course. They have the main characters, but Sydney didn't show up in Scream 6. And they also have the same kind of story, like a murder mystery for the franchise. In Scream 4, the props they use is a modified Buck 120 knife for Ghostface to use. Some furniture for breaking and throwing when the characters are attacked by Ghostface, of course. CGI was used for some blood and knife stabbing, and some fake blood was used. I don't know how many fake blood was used, but it was brutal. It was like too much. In Scream 5, the props they use is the same knife for Ghostface. Guns, the furniture was used for throwing during the attack. CGI was used for knife stabbing, gunshots, and some blood. And some fake blood was used again. And in Scream 6, they had the same knife for Ghostface, a pistol and shotgun. Some CGI was used for knife stabbing, gunshots, and also for blood splatter, and some fake blood was used for some parts. There were some Easter eggs and fun facts that I found in these three movies, so I'm going to tell you what I found. Fun fact 1 throws us back into Scream 4, where every student's got a news on their phone about the murder from the night before, and Jill didn't receive the same notification, and you might think that she would be the killer. It sounds like a Gossip Girl to me, which adds a fun element to the she said, he said story while playing detectives to find out who did it. When I thought back to Scream 5, a couple of surprises caught me off guard. In Scream 4, we saw Kirby being stabbed by Ghostface, and we were left to believe she was dead, only she wasn't. Kirby returns to Scream 5 well and living. If only she could finally escape Ghostface. A fun Easter egg I enjoyed was Judy Hicks getting a call from Ghostface, claiming that he's going to kill her son, like the shower scene from the classic movie Psycho. With her son in the shower while she is on the phone. Talk about high tension. Scream 6 has a really cool Easter eggs, and I was surprised
when I saw it. In the subway train, there were lots of people wearing costumes of horror villains from movies for some kind of party. We see legends like the Babadook, Jason Voorhees, and Michael Myers. It feels a bit like Wes Wally trying to find Ghostface in the crowd. The last thing I want to say is that we got an announcement for Scream 7 is now in development, and Neve Campbell, who played Sidney Prescott in the franchise, had confirmed that she will return in the 7th installment of the franchise. We don't know when it will come out, but I'm so excited to see it when it comes out very soon, and I will talk about it when I see it. I can't believe that the Scream franchise is getting bigger and is still popular. You guys would be wondering how many Ghostface there are and how many movies will there be. This concludes today's episode. I hope you guys enjoy hearing about the Scream franchise, and I will be back in your head next week for discussing about the original versus remake of one of my favorite franchise, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Thank you for tuning in, horror fans, and as always, stay spooky.